up, everyone? Part? No. Time for part 7. This. This is actually going to be the no? This will be the second to last episode of this whole playthrough for this character. I'm gonna kinda do a little bit special day since I only got one video out yesterday. But I'm going to put out a few more videos than what I would normally do. Mainly because I kind of want to get through this character so I can start up another playthrough. Just because I'd find that fun. And also, well, I need to figure out what my next playthrough is actually going to be on this game. That's why I put it. I don't know how to do polls yet, but I'm going to try and figure out how. And I'll set up a poll for my next playthrough series of if you want to see a certain stat build between strength, magic, or archery. Defense really just isn't very much of a build type thing. The best way to put it. Yes, you could have as a main build, but it would be a really, really boring series of just me not being able to deal damage the whole time. To be honest, it would be interesting to do a max defense build, which I am willing to try. Just know it would take a while for me to actually beat the game on that one. If I did that, I think I'll actually just do one video a day. Not one video a day. I mean like one chunk of the game a day. Instead of two, like what I've been doing. Not a day per episode, holy heck. Sorry about that, I'm just messing up all over the place. Now, the reason I kept the Yeti on instead of switching to another pet is because he's pretty helpful for the first fight. And well, yeah, I just want his help for the first fight, and that's really all he mainly does. And I guess he's a little bit helpful for the other bosses, because once they get low, he will kill them. Now, I'm gonna show it off, I think, with my B ability about these guys, but there is no more, is there? Okay. Well, those guys, they will normally not take magic damage. Also, just to show this, boop. What? No, let me in. Come on, Zaz. No. Okay, that does actually do some damage. Can I shield through? No. Magic? No. Oop. His tongue got through. What is that made of? In case you cannot get through. Now, this guy, I really have no clue why he's on the villains team or what his whole point is. Like, seriously, I think this guy just wanted to be famous and that's his whole reason for being evil. One of those characters, you know. There we go. In case he is the literal easiest, that's why he's first. Because all you have to do is this. If you have agility, you're not even going to take a hit probably this whole time. So you can dodge everything. It's Pennywise the dancing clown. Okay, that was bad, Pennywise. Pennywise. Okay, here we go. Pennywise the dancing clown. We all flew down here. Come on, Georgie. Wanna hang out in the sewer? I'm not the greatest at that voice. I can do other ones though. Oh yeah. So the more HP this guy loses, the more enemies he starts to spawn. He will spawn up to 3 at once in his regular attacks. And that's literally all this guy does. Oops, do that. Meleeing these guys is almost not an option. Like, seriously, it sucks having to melee fight them. Okay, now it's to his third attack stage. This is a nuisance. Also, not all enemies are as fast as others. Like, as you can see, the friggin' blue, kind of lightish blue, maybe even white to some. Like, little scribbled doodle man. You know, the angry doodle from SpongeBob? That guy, he's probably one of the fastest out of all of them. But I know that there is a nose snail and a giant elephant. And those are both really slow. Come on, do enough damage so that way this guy leaves me alone. I know this fight too well. I'm just gonna take some hits here. Recover, hit, recover, hit, recover, hit, hit. Nope, not dead. Hit, hit. There we go, dead. And finally, this is his final attack stage where he spawns a bunch of these guys. Now, they will do full damage when you run into them. It's just that they only have 1 HP. And this is all you have to do is run around hitting this guy. And if you have Yeti just literally goes there and kills one. Whenever he changes the paint on the brush, that enemy spawns in, that's color coordinated. And never use health potions on this guy, just about. Since you can get so much HP just like that. And then this is probably some of the best money farming in the whole game because these just give the most amount of cash. And, well, no ice. So you can just run around. Oh, I missed a 1 cent. At least it wasn't 50 cent, am I right? No. I actually don't find that music that bad. And all you have to do is destroy the crystal in the middle. If you're like me, you like to try and destroy every crystal. Just because, well, it's no fun not having it all gone. There we go. And crystallized antlers, okay. You can actually nearly hide behind those fully if you have a character with giant antlers on them. Dang, Smith Frogman. And they're back for their last showdown. Yeah, that attack doesn't really do very much. And that's what I meant by they're back. Now, this, you could just take that hit, you'd be stuck under here and avoid the damage from his brother. That one with the music notes around him covered in red, he hurts really bad. Like, he hits like a truck. Worse than this one right here, who literally hits you with a coffin. Okay. Really not failing, am I? It's just, I took like some hits. Best way to show his damage, 81. I don't really know of any big glitches that can happen with this fight, just because, well, I haven't actually run into any. Though he's rather easy to just run. Like, once he goes back in there, he's no problem. Just know I wouldn't walk in front of him while he's going into the coffin, or else he might take damage still. Once this guy does his fireballs, he just jumps back up here again. And does this. Dude must have got some very killer strength to do that. Question is, how tough is that coffin for it not to just shatter from him leaping on it like that? Oop. Again, pretty sure they are real sturdy. Can we get a Mythbusters on that? Can you break a coffin like that? So that would be interesting if we actually had Mythbusters to pay attention to one of my episodes of this. Be funny. Yep. Okay, this guy does like really quick dashes. You just have to juke to the sides and you'll miss. if you run straight, he probably will hit you. There we go. My pet just went over and ate them. And boom, they both went to heaven. So yeah, we kind of just murdered them the whole game. It's the only reason I somewhat feel bad for those two characters when they die. But I don't really. Secondly, if you dig here... Boop. Spoon. It's not really that good of an item because it doesn't power up magic and it does speed instead. Though the final dragon sword makes up for that. Can I break this with bombs? No. No, I cannot. Gosh dang, I was gonna try not to do this. It's just so satisfying to break all the 4 crystals. And try and hide behind them. Now, if you've had a bad day, if you don't want a challenging fight, don't go in here. If you want a bad fight, go in here. I should have given a gore warning before you go in here. These are all the enemies you've killed over the games, and probably more. This is what he does at first. There's 2 stages of this. Every enemy that dies drops HP. Well, items for HP. Think fruit, no. Nothing too big. If you have agility, you can try and run back and forth. Just know it doesn't work that well. Okay. Oh yeah, he also helps out in this fight quite a bit too. Some of the dopest music in the soundtrack goes here. Okay, I want to try and stick to one side once I kill this guy. I want his food first. And this is why this area sucks so much. Ow. You're the 4 big skeletons. Well, now we have 4 big regular guys who hurt even worse. Not that first one. That one is the least. Think of these as the ones you had to fight throughout the game. Their strength goes up dependent. So, these ones aren't bad, but that big green one is. Plus, he can hit criticals. Well, those criticals nearly kill you, just not instantly. I was thinking about this in insane mode. I really think this would be the just line that would break me if I even made it to this. I know insane mode's actually really tough from what I've played of it. 49 damage. And I am willing to do a full playthrough of Insane Mode, even though if I can't beat it, I will call in backup, aka my friend Joel. And if we can't beat it, then we might have to give up on that playthrough. If we do one for Insane Mode. Stay back. Just trying to buy some distance and ground in this fight. There we go. So I really don't like getting into a good fight with that. Now, once you get done with all the minions, this is literally the easiest fight in the whole game. Well, at least to me it is. Shield. Block. Yep. He knocks you back into shields and stuff a lot, which is obnoxious. By the way, spin attacks, or speed attacks, like where you run around and then quickly dash into him, do not work on him. Like, don't even try. Level of bad is what they are. His magic is actually really weak for this mode, and he doesn't do much. Plus, I think you unlock him actually when you beat the game in Insane mode, and you also unlock the last guy you play against. I actually think this guy has a quicker recovery time than most enemies. How fast he gets up. In case if you really want to, you can do this to him. This is like the final boss of Dark Souls 1 being able to be parried. Level of attacks right there. He's dead. That's what this is. There we go. My pet just ate his soul. Consumed him. And this amazing sword right here. I love this weapon so much. Plus 2 magic, plus 7 defense, really. It's a powerful weapon. But I will not be using it. Because I want to use it with my melee powers. And once I break this, I will show how this last bit works. Yep. Now, if you go into any of these last 3 right here, you can fight. This is the final fight. And before we ascend, boom. That's where I'm gonna end this episode. You all can see the last fight in the next episode.